Do you have any ideas? Why do these people spend their time and hard work, working 8 to 12 hours a day for a piece of paper called money, knowing that paper is just made from trees? Why do these people accept to exchange their time and hard work for a piece of paper? How did it start? A long time ago. Before money was created, humans traveled and used communication to exchange goods for their needs and satisfaction. And the barter system was born. Barter is a system of exchanging goods or services without using money. For example, I have a cock. And you have a big melon. And we both agreed to exchange these things, and because of that we already used the barter system. However, there is so many problems with the barter system. After many transactions had been made, humans discovered some real problems with the barter system. One of the most common problem with the barter is lack of double coincidence of wants. For example, person 1 wants a fruit but only has chicken, so he goes in search of someone who has a fruit. However, when he comes across people who have fruit, he finds out that the old lady is a vegetarian. And because of that, real problem starts. So person 1 must find someone who has a fruit to meet his needs and satisfaction. But it takes a lot of time and effort to do it. Did you know that? In 9000 BC, they use cattle and other livestock as money. Cattle and other livestock are the earliest and oldest kind of money. Cattle and other livestock used as medium of exchange, store of value, and unit of account. It included other animals like camels, goats, and other livestock. The biggest advantage of having a cattle is that it allows the seller to set a price. It even brought upon the early formation of the concept of standard pricing. Because cattle are more valuable than goats, the cattle seller may request 2 or 3 goats in exchange for 1 cattle. And cattle and other livestock can reproduce as many, and can be used to render services. But having cattle and other livestock has a downside, which is it's hard to carry around. And it also has a risk of death and disease. Hey, quick question. Have you ever seen a Cowra shell in your life? Yes, Cowra shell that we can see at the beach. Did you know that in ancient time they used Cowra shell as money? Yes, they used Cowra shells as money in 1200 BC. And it is widely accepted, and longest used money in history. Question. So in ancient time, I can pick Cowra shell at beaches and it increase my wealth? Yes, you could collect shells yourself to increase your wealth. But it would take a lot of work and it's extremely difficult. Why? Because the individual shells can't used as money. How Cowra shell become money? It must be processed by stringing off shell to become money. The lips of the shell have to be cut away from the whorl, the pointed spiral tip, and the lips are strung on lengths of rattan. In ancient times, men were the ones who collected Cowra shells, and after they collected them, women were the ones who created a string of shells, and it became money. Quick trivia. Cowra shells were also seen as a symbol of fertility and prosperity. They used Cowra shell as money because it's small, portable, and durable, and hard to counterfeit. But before we continue our discussion, let's take a pop quiz. It is a system where we exchange goods or services without using money. A. Cattle. B. Barter. C. Butcher. Leave your answer in the comments below. We'll be revealing the answer at the end of the video. The first metal money appeared in China around 1000 BC. Stamped pieces of expensive metal, such as bronze and copper, were used to create these coins. China produced bronze and copper Cowra imitations at the end of the Stone Age, which are among the first forms of metal coins. First metal coins were one of the earliest forms of money that allowed individuals to pay by count, number of coins, rather than weight, which was a significant turning point in the history of money. Over time, the coins evolved into round pieces of base metal. It included holes so that it could be linked together similarly to a chain. They also use knife, spade, and other metal tool as money. Throughout history, there have been lots of different coins used in different regions. In Sardis, the capital city of ancient Lydia, was the birthplace of silver coins. Welcome to the birth of the silver coin in 500 BC. It appeared to be extremely similar to the current coins. These new silver coins were produced from precious metals with higher intrinsic values, such as gold, silver, and bronze. Over time, the coins evolved and featured various gods and emperors in order to mark their authenticity. Through the years, silver evolved in many different looks, size, and form. Leather money in 118 BC. There's a time when China struggled with a shortage of coinage, and because of this, leather money was born. Leather money contained of white deer skin about 1 foot square with colorful borders. Did you know the slang word buck an informal reference to $1? It all started when leather money came. The skin of a deer, commonly called as buckskin. People shortened the buckskin to buck, to represent the skin of the deer. Today we use slang word buck for $1. Carrying a lot of coins needs a lot of effort and it's a waste of time. Welcome to paper money in 806 AD. The first recorded use of paper money was in the country of China. It was made from the bark of mulberry trees, so, in a sense, money really did grow on trees. Paper money had spread to other parts of the world. It served as promissory notes. Promises to pay specified amounts of gold or silver coins, which were key in the development of early banks. This paper money could be used to buy goods and services. In this way, it operated more like money does today in the modern world. However, it was issued by banks and private institutions, not the government. Unlike today's modern world, government was responsible for issuing money in most countries. But they realize it easy to print paper money that causes inflation. So they decided to link the paper money to the value of gold. Welcome to the gold standard. Gold standard is a monetary system that linked the value of paper money to a gold. In summarizing, almost all countries agreed that different kinds of money are equal to a fixed amount of gold. Example: 1 unit of X money is equal to 2 ounces of gold. And 1 unit of Y money is equal to 1 ounce of gold. It means that 1 X money is equal to 2 Y money. Super basic math. The more gold a nation had, the more valuable its paper money. So, why all these nations agreed to this kind of standard? Simple: because gold is unique. And it's very hard to forge. Prevents inflation as governments and banks are unable to manipulate the money supply. Unfortunately, the gold standard was suspended several times throughout the history due to the extensive damage and expenses caused by international war. But soon, the good times will return, and almost all countries will be back on the gold standard. Not until 1971 did US President Richard Nixon decide to end the dollar's convertibility to gold. When this happened, all countries has been shocked. But it did not stop many countries link their money to the US dollar. Now in the modern world you have different kind of money around the world that redeemable for US dollar. And US dollar pegged to nothing. It is known as fiat money. It is a type of money that issued by the government, and not pegged to physical commodities like gold. How can I determine the value of a certain fiat money? Fiat money derives its value from the people and government who trust in it.